Hello, I'm Andy, and my research article is on human factors and ergonomics assessment of food pantry work. It's an article done by Nicholas A. Higgins, Andrew B. Talion, and Jenan A. Smither. So, this article shows the importance of understanding the the interaction between workers and their work environment. And having this kind of understanding, we can then implement ergonomics and human factors analysis into improving our work process. So, the research in this article was studied on a small nonprofit food pantry. They're called NPOs. And there are 11 workers, one manager, they're all volunteers. And they are assigned to do very simple manual tasks such as checking for packaged food, packaging foods, checking for spoiled food, and then distributing the food packaged to clients. So these were all simple manual tasks, and there'll be a manager walking around making sure everything is working properly. And the people who are conducting the research, they first begin their observations on the environment, like the work environment. So they walk around and they observe how in the packaging room, half the room, the front side is all really warm, and then the other back end is really cold. And then there's also the problem with the storage room, how it's get cluttered really easily during very busy hours. And the piles of the food, like the donated food were just piled and piled upon, and they weren't really organized, and they get clustered. People have difficulty moving around because of all the donated food. And there's also the problem with the freezer. It could be quite dangerous because inside the room does not have an emergency button. So if someone gets trapped, then they can't call for help. So after these observations, after these human factors analysis, they begin to make suggestions like how air conditioners should be placed in the packaging room to make the workers comfortable, having more shelves in the storage room, make it workers move around and sort everything more with ease. And also, they also suggested that having better lighting in the storage room, because low lighting can make it more difficult for workers to see around labeling, and it's also quite dangerous because they won't see where they're going. So this was the research that was done to help improve the food pantry. And this study is very similar to what we do in our trail mix project, where we kind of do also the same thing. Like in first phase, we would just do the production process, the work process as it is. And then in phase 2, that's when we start making observation from what we did in phase 1, and then making improvement based on what we should do. And what I've learned that is, like, from each phases on the trail mix project, we make changes mostly to making the workers feel as comfortable as possible, similar to what they do in the food pantry, try to make the environment more friendly to the workers. And by doing so, the production efficiency increases. Standard time was lowered, so then it was getting better and better, all because we make adjustment to making the work environment more comfortable. So this project, the trail mix project, and this article shows me that by just simply making the work environment more comfortable for workers, efficiency increases of the work. And if whenever you try to make better adjustments to your work process, then checking the environment would be like the first thing you would want to look for. So yeah, that's my project, and thank you for listening.